Imagine our country India, where laptops, mobiles, TVs, and speakers, and even vaccines, medicines from foreign countries would be super expensive. This was our country India before 1991. We could survive, but it was very difficult. Today, due to globalization, we have affordable mobiles, laptops, watches, and many other items that are not made in India. In short, globalization is international trade and countries depending on each other for certain things. Countries can be dependent on each other for labor, food grains, pulses, electronics, oil, and many other commodities and essential items and services. Now, what if I said you that even the Indian agricultural sector is a part of globalization? Let's take for example Lasalgaon, a village near Nashik, which is also the largest onion producing village in entire India. They export the surplus onion to other Indian states like Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand, Karnataka, and to other different countries who buy the onions. We also see in the news and newspapers that vegetable and fruit prices keep fluctuating. For example, if we buy 2 kgs apples in 140 rupees, the next month we see that the apples now are 200 rupees. This is because apples are from different countries. For example, in the first month, the vendor must be selling Kashmiri apples, which are cheap in cost, but in the next month, you will see Fuji or Japanese apples being sold in the market, which are costlier. This is globalization in the Indian agriculture. Now let's take a look at India's agricultural history. India was one of the poorest nations in the world. It was also one of the countries where crop yield was very less and widespread famines were common, due to which prices of food grains, vegetables and pulses were very high, and dry fruits was a luxury commodity back then. Then came Sri M.S. Swaminathan, the leading agricultural scientist of India, who started the Green Revolution in India in the 1960s under the leadership of Lal Bahadur Shastri. The Green Revolution initially started in Punjab, then it spread throughout India. The Green Revolution introduced HYV seeds, also known as high-yield variety seeds, chemical fertilizers and pesticides, and several agricultural vehicles like tractor, combined harvester, and etc., which were originally from foreign countries, to increase the crop yield for the growing population of India. There were even low-interest agricultural loans by bank which were introduced to the farmers so that they could afford all of the modern farming equipment for better yield. This eventually led to India becoming one of the largest crop-producing nations, even surpassing USA and Brazil in total crop production. And due to that, India sells its surplus to countries like Saudi Arabia, UAE, France, and etc.
Globalization in the world impacted Indian agriculture a lot. Due to that, there are positive points and disadvantages of globalization in Indian agriculture. Some advantages are: new techniques are adopted in farming. Examples are drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation, and etc. There is an increase in productivity. There is minimum usage of fertilizer, pesticides, and water. Examples are drip irrigation, compost, and etc. Fruits, nuts, vegetables which were first imported from foreign countries are now produced at our place and exported, which in turn increases foreign exchange. Research and development to acquire a position in the world agriculture market. Establishment of food processing industries which led to an increase in employment. Minimum wastage of grains, fruits, vegetables as we can adopted techniques from developed countries. Some disadvantages are: there is less manpower in the field and there is more unemployment in villages because the younger generation move to bigger cities and countries to get paid well and to have a settled life. High cost of crops. The economical gap increases between the rich and poor farmers. High cost of agricultural equipment leads to loan with high interest. And if the crop fails to grow or there is less yield, it will lead to the farmers high loss, which eventually leads to suicide.
As we have seen, globalization has a deep impact not just on agriculture but even on our daily life. We eat Lay's chips, drink Coca Cola, watch TVs made by Panasonic, use Samsung mobiles, and always dream to fly in an affordable aeroplane. To travel anywhere, I want to conclude that globalization should be there, but till a limit. We can buy Indian made items, be vocal for local, and help in growing the economy of India. Stay patriotic, Jai Hind, and Happy Independence Day. And I will meet you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.